Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. I did not expect to make this video at all. I thought this weekend was going to be a dead weekend, meaning nothing was coming out. That's what I thought for the longest time. But I was wrong because this movie, Dream Horse, just had to rear its ugly head and get a wide release this weekend because it's going to be coming out at over 1,200 theaters last I checked, which means it qualifies as a wide release, which means I have to make a video on it. So, yeah. So, as usual, we're going to go over the pros and cons. Let's just get this over with. Let's do this as fast as possible. Pros. Uh, I don't know. I mean, I guess the story is simple enough for a lot of audiences to get behind and support, I guess. This is one of those uh inspirational sports movies that you see time and time and time and time again. There's so many, it's absurd. I To my knowledge, the most popular inspirational sports movie is The Blind Side, I think. I think that's number 1 by a large margin. But yeah, this is about horse racing, so it's not quite as popular. But there have been some horse movies in the past. There was a Seabiscuit with Tobey Maguire. That was like way back in 2003, almost 20 years ago. Jesus, what's going on? And then it was 2010. There was another one. I think it was from Disney. I think it started with an S. Sekura. I don't know how to say it, but it was also a horse movie. Both of those did all right. Granted, they had much bigger studios behind them, but still, people are willing to watch these movies. So I guess you can consider that a pro. I'm really stretching here. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm stretching very far to say anything truly positive about its box office. So that's pro number 1. Pro number 2, well, I mean, it's in theaters, I guess, if you want to watch something. If your kids are bored and they don't feel like waiting to watch Cruella or Spirit Untamed or Peter Rabbit 2, you can take them to this. I don't think they'd like it too much, but it's an option. And that's it. That's all I got for pros. Cons. Con number 1, I didn't know this movie existed really until like today. Really, I mean, I think I talked about it in my summer 2020 video, but it was like such like a almost like a passing remark. I don't even remember if I even talked about it in that video. I probably did, but I didn't think much of it. So I kind of forgot it existed after I made that video. And then it popped up again, and I was just like, oh, okay, this is a thing. And I've seen no real legitimate advertising for this at all. I mean, I've seen nothing. I mean, I've seen constant ads for Conjuring, Devil Made Me Do It, and The Heights. Seeing constant advertisements for those. And obviously, you're seeing advertisements all over the place for Cruella and Quiet Place 2. I think I even saw an ad for Spirit Untamed. But this, no, I've seen nothing. So, so this movie has like very limited exposure. So that's an automatic con. Another con is that this type of movie, this inspirational sports movie about, you know, I can just read you the synopsis. The film tells the inspiring true story of Dream Alliance, an unlikely racehorse bred by small town bartender Jane Vokes. With very little money and no experience, Jane convinces her neighbors to chip in their meager earnings to help raise Dream and compete with the racing elites. Their investment pays off as Dream rises through the ranks and becomes a beacon of hope in their struggling community. How many times have you heard that synopsis for one of these movies? All you gotta do is just change some of the words around, and there's still like an endless supply of movies with the exact same synopsis. Just a different sport, you know, different setting, you know, different actors. It's all the same. They're all the same. They're so formulaic and generic and just predictable. Like these movies, they just don't do it anymore. They just don't. Like people have kind of moved on from this genre. So yeah, I would consider that a con. The genre itself. Another con. Uh, well, obviously we're still in the pandemic days. Granted, things are a lot better now. Especially next weekend. Next weekend's gonna probably be great, but this weekend it's still not. We're still not quite there yet because obviously there's still audience restrictions and not all theaters are open, but we're getting close to it. We're getting very close. So there's still some issues regarding that will probably hurt Dream Horse. And then the final pro is that why would anyone watch this in theaters? Why would anyone pay money to see this of all movies? This feels like a TV movie so much. Like to an absurd degree. Like, I mean, next weekend you got Cruella and A Quiet Place Part 2. Those two movies are way, way, way more cinematic than this. Okay? Like, why? Why pay to see this when you can watch better movies in and more exciting movies in the future, the near future? Like, it makes no sense. So yeah, that's another con going against it is that there's better movies on the horizon. Uh and yeah, that's it. So opening weekend, not even a million. I sincerely doubt it'll reach a million. Uh it'll definitely be under a million. I'm gonna be optimistic. 750,000 to a million. That's my best bet for this movie, and I'll probably make 2-3 million total, and then that'll be it. Yeah, that's what I think is gonna happen. So yeah, that's it for Dream Horse. Oh, I just wanted to show you all this picture, just this nice picture, this picture of cringe that I saw. So if I saw it, you're gonna have to look at it too. So here you go. Have fun looking at that. And I pressed the wrong thing by accident. Okay, next weekend. Next weekend is going to be big. It's going to be so important, so crucial to the recovery of the domestic market because we have two blockbuster-esque films opening on Memorial Day weekend, historically one of the best weekends of the year. We have Cruella from Disney, which is a part of their little Disney Plus Premier Access experiment thing. The second movie to do it after Raya, because Raya was both in theaters and Disney Plus. This is doing the same thing. And then also with Cruella, we have A Quiet Place Part 2, a movie that was supposed to come out more than a year ago. Now it's now coming out now, has great reviews, a lot of hype. Its pre-sales are great. So yeah, we got the Clash of the Titans here between Cruella and Quiet Place Part 2. So it's definitely going to be the most exciting weekend in a long time. Like I don't even remember last time we had a showdown this big box office wise. Was we might have had one in 2019? Maybe I don't remember all that much. Uh if not 2019, it was definitely earlier than that. But yeah, May 28th, look out because that is going to be a date to remember. But that won't be till next week. So I have to wait. You're going to have to wait like a whole 7 days before. Maybe I'll just make those prediction videos early. I might as well do that. Yeah, but yeah, you're gonna have to wait until for me to make these two prediction videos. So yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got a playlist on the homepage of all previous prediction videos I made this year. Godzilla vs. Kong, Ray and the Last Dragon, Demon Slayer, Mortal Kombat, Tom and Jerry, all those movies I've covered. Spiral 2, I've covered all those and every movie this year. So if you want to watch any of those and any past ones from like 2019 or 2020, you can go right ahead. There's also the canceled series where I just go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't. I just did one about this weird situation going on with Dune. So if you want to watch that or any of my other canceled videos, all 64 of them, you can go right ahead. There's also box office recaps where I go over the box office results for any particular month. My May recap will come out first week of June. It'll be my first solo recap since my February 2020 recap. So that's exciting. But if you want to check out any of my past recaps, you can go right ahead. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.